Good morning. So, we are here to learn our subject that is data mining. And the subject code is 3160714. Now, for this subject, see, we do have two options. One is we can do practical with Veka tool, and second is we can do the programming using our Python. And I guess all of you were part of the Python for data science subject. So there is no issue, right? You already know how to work with the Python, pandas and everything, right? So it is better for you to work with Python. Okay. Veka tool is part of our subject, so we'll study that. But last batch, it was the case that many students were not knowing Python. So it was not the time to teach them whole Python and then do the things. But for you, it is possible. So you can do programming in Python. The way you have done the practical, that is, you have to select the data set. Two students will work in a pair. That way, you have to decide your data set, right? And that way will work throughout our semester for this subject. Okay. So, mm, Madhu is not there. So Kimi is there, no? Kimi will do that. Okay. Fine. Chalo. So let's see introduction to data mining. See, this is very interesting subject. Really telling you, this is very interesting subject. You will really feel what you are going to work in the industry, right? So that way we can see very interesting subject. Let's see what is there in the syllabus. Okay, for this chapter, motivation for data mining, definition, functionalities, classification, primitives, and we can say database or data warehouse. A new term is there for us, data warehouse. We'll see that. First of all, before knowing the definition of data mining, let us know about what is data, what is information, and what is knowledge. It is because people are having misconception about all these three terms. They feel all these three terms are same. Are they? Obviously not. Right? So we want to know the difference between all these three terms. They are data, information, and knowledge. So let's see them. Information is helpful, not data. Information, something from which we can gain or we can get something. That is information. Data is anything, any raw data. कुछ भी इधर गिरा है. Some bags are there, some tables are there, some chairs are there, some benches are there. Is it useful? Yeah, you can say we'll sit on that. Not that way. Will we be able to get the information out of it? No. It is raw data, right? So data is not useful. Data can be useful if it is information, right? And from that information, if we are getting some knowledge, that is more useful, right? So that's the difference between data, information, and knowledge. So let us see them in detail. Information is helpful, not the data. Data can be processed. It can be structured or unstructured. Data can be structured or unstructured. Structured means what? Structured means like we are having our HTML, where the specific structure is being followed. Like our XML, where specific structure is being followed. Right? So that is structured. But no structure is there. No definition is there for the structure. That is unstructured. Right? So we can say data can be processed, it can be structured or unstructured. Information is processed data like a report. If we are having the report, as I told you that benches are there, shares are there, students are there, but if I have the report, for this person, these many marks. This is CGP, right? This is percentage. Then it will be helpful to us, isn't it? So that is, we can say, information. Sorry. Knowledge is understanding of the information. Understanding of the information. That is the knowledge, right? We do have many information on the web. You do google.com and you are having many information. But when it is there in our mind, it is our knowledge, right? So, difference between data, information, and knowledge. A statistic translates data into information or knowledge, as for example, sample mean. Sample mean is what we find with the help of, say, mean function in our Python, right? All of you have used that. You know that if we are having data, mm, so many data is there. You can say many rows are there in the table. It is of no use. But report is there, which you have created using say select star from this. It is meaningful. That is information. When you understand that, how you understand that? You understand, suppose you are using mean. So you can have the idea that how many information, or you can say how many students are having marks more than the mean, right? That you can understand, right? So we are getting the knowledge out. Fine? Getting the thing? Okay. So first difference which we should know is data, information, and knowledge. Fine. Now let us see motivation for data mining and why data mining. People may ask you, why do you need to have data mining? Or we can say that what is the motivation for data mining, right? So that we should know. As we are going to study this subject, we should have the idea. I am just now not telling you actually what is data mining. First of all, I am telling you why data mining, right? Then we'll see what it is, or actual definition will come later. Fine. So let's say that the explosive growth of data from terabytes to petabytes, data collection and data availability, automated data collection tools, database systems, web, computerized society. What we are saying with that? See, let me tell you, every day we are putting a lot of data on internet, maybe on social media, maybe on any other, like Gmail is there, right? Or you can say social media for Facebook, Twitter, many other, right? We are putting our videos, we are putting our photos, and only me, not you, many, right? All of us, and we can say too much data is being uploaded on the internet every day, right? So data growth is too much, from we can say terabytes to petabytes of data is being generated every day. Now this data, is it of any use or just time pass? See, if I put my photo, I expect my friends, my students, my known people should like it or comment on that, isn't it? So that way also the data is getting generated. Now, can we do use of this data to convert that to information, and then we can say that to knowledge, and can we provide some automated thing with that? What do we mean to say by making it automated, or we want to do some processing? Let me give you one very simple example. If, say, my friend's mood is not good today, right? So she has put some status on Facebook. My mood is not good today, right? Now, say she has put, but every time will I be reading that? Not always, right? I may be busy in my work, isn't it? So what will I do? If such thing is given where I am getting the knowledge that my friend is in negative mood. If I know, what will I do? I'll call her, or I'll try to make her happy. Maybe I'll give her some gift or whatever I know about her. If we go for a movie, she will be happy. Or if she likes to go to a particular garden, then I may take her to that. Or any automated thing, if it is possible, like giving her gift, so that will be better. Yes or no? Isn't it? I am not aware. I am busy with my work. I do not know. But I'll be given the notification. I'll not open my Facebook. But we are having other mobile apps like calendar is there, right? Which is giving us the notification that my lecture is there or my meeting is there or something like that. So any such app we have made, then automatic notification will be given to you. It is possible, right? And I'll be able to know such notification. I'll not ignore. I'll see that, and I'll call my friend or whatever. That is, you can say manual actions are there, but still it is possible to do the automatic action also. That is, if I have seen my friend is not there in good mood, I will send her flowers automatically. It is possible. It is possible, no? Whenever I'll find something, I have set something in my app that if my friend's mood is not good, send her roses, right? So automatically the things will be done. I should not pay for that. It will be paid automatically. That is possible. Yes or no? So I'll be able to make my friend happy. Yes, this is what we all want. We should be happy, as well as our related ones should be happy. Yes or no? This is what is our life aim in short. किसके लिए पढ़ते हैं? किसके लिए काम करते हैं? अपने लिए और अपने फैमिली के लिए, अपने रिलेटेड वंस के लिए, राइट? अपने फ्रेंड्स के लिए, अपने रिलेटिव्स के लिए. Whoever are important in your life, for them you want to do something, right? So people who are very important to you, to them you do something to make them happy. Isn't it? Very simple example. Isn't it? So to do this automatic work, we should do the data. This is one very simple task or motivation which we should understand in this subject, right? We want to do the things automatic. पर कहाँ से पता चलेगा? This is what we want to learn in this subject, right? And that's why this subject is very important and very interesting also. Let us say that whatever is the scenario in the business just now, for any particular business, we want to make it grow. So what will you do? You will be having history of the data for that particular business. From that, you will do some processing by which you can have the idea, if I sell this and this two products together, I will be getting more profit. So you will definitely make combo of them, give some scheme on that, and you'll be getting the advantage. Yes or no? That is, we can say, by which we will be supporting the business, right? We'll be supporting the business. Data mining is useful everywhere, right? Wherever we consider data, too much data is there, we'll do the processing and we'll be giving the suggestions automatically, right? This is what we want to study here. Fine. Okay. So major sources of abundant data, that is business, web, e-commerce, transactions, stocks. Science, where remote sensing is there, bioinformatics is there, scientific simulation is there. Let me say, remote sensing. Let us say that at a particular location, we have put these sensors that will detect whether some drastic change is there in the environment or not, right? Maybe in humidity, maybe in temperature, maybe in any other. If some drastic change is there, it should give us the notification, right? So that way the data will be there. Continuously the data is there because it is measuring, it is transferring it on the internet, right? That the data is proper. See, if I am monitoring from my home, I should be able to see it as the normal condition is there, but the data is being transferred. So remote sensing is there, but the data is being transferred, and that is too much data. Yes. So what we are considering is abundant data. Too much data is there. From where it is coming? From social media it is coming. From scientific measurement is there. Like we can say temperature, humidity, or anything like that. That is there. With that, we can say too much data is being transferred. Okay. So too much data is there. It is nothing like say we are having say 20, 25 rows in the Excel sheet and we are doing something, or we are having the SQL table and we are writing the query. It is not like that. Whatever data sets you will be using, in that also you will find that you are having 500 to 600 rows in that. They are also not the very real data sets where actually we are having petabytes of data, right? But we'll be working with at least few MBs of data, right? On that will work so we can have the idea how to work, what to do, and what are the requirements. Okay, that at least we can understand. We can say society and everyone, news, digital cameras, YouTube. Let me say that I am taking the lecture. After finishing this lecture, I'll upload that on the YouTube, right? So for 1 hour at least 200, 300 MBs will be there. We are not having any video like means what we can say. Camera is not on, so that video is not there. Still, we can say for this lecture at least the video is being recorded. So that will be of size 200 to 300 MB. So for my one lecture, today I'll upload at least 2 to 300 MB on the YouTube, right? Other faculties will also do the same, right? I will give you some assignments where you yourself will create the videos and upload on YouTube. Fine. So you also will upload too much data on YouTube, right? So for my own subject, will be having too much data on YouTube, right? Say few GBs. For other subjects also it will be that. We are only talking of this one class, right? And one college. Many other colleges and many other classes are there around the world. So you can understand how much data will be uploaded on internet every day. Fine. So that we want to process. And it is a need of data mining. Too much data is there. So what is the use of it? Right? We want to get the knowledge out of it. Motivation for data mining, or we can say that we are drowning in the data, but starving for the knowledge. Too much data is there. Too much data is there. So what will we do? Will we be getting something? We are starving for the knowledge, right? We want to have the knowledge. बहुत कुछ अपलोड कर लिया, पर उससे आपको क्या मिलेगा? Will you be able to do some automatic thing or not? That's what we want to do, right? We want to do some processing where human intervention or interaction can be there. Fine, okay, it can be there, but some other things we will be able to do automatically, right? So that's what we want to do. Necessity is the mother of invention, that is data mining, automated analysis of massive data sets. Right? This is a bit history, evolution of sciences, from where we can see that data science has come or data mining has come. You have already studied Python for data science, right? So here we can say it has come in 1990 till now. We know that data science is the hottest branch these days, right? People are getting very good salaries with this particular knowledge, isn't it? Data mining, data science, machine learning. This is what is there in demand in industry these days, right? So that has come in or 1990, and afterwards people are using data science, data mining, right? Then we can say in 2000s, stream data management and mining. Data mining and its applications, web technology, and global information systems. That is what is the database technology evolution. So let us see the data mining definition and functionalities. Till now, we have only talked why data mining is needed or what is the motivation of the data mining, right? Now we want to know what is data mining, right? Till now, we haven't talked of that. Okay. So let us see data mining in short or in layman's language, we can say it is knowledge discovery from data. In layman's term, we can say it is knowledge discovery from data. But is it the definition? No, it is not. So what it is? Extraction of interesting, non-trivial, that is very important, implicit, it is already available in the data, previously unknown, पहले से ही पता था नहीं, it should be previously unknown, and potentially useful patterns or knowledge from huge amount of data. See, the definition is very clear and very nice in the way that we can understand or remember it very easily. Non-trivial, important होना चाहिए, कुछ भी फालतू नहीं, right? Interesting, it must be, yaar. Otherwise, why should we do that? Isn't it? Subject is interesting, so we'll find also pattern that also will be interesting, right? Interesting means what? Uh, you people will say, ma'am, we like movies, so we want to have that thing only. So, are you going to work with only movies data set? Obviously not, isn't it? Interesting means what? If we consider business data is there, then interesting means interest of that business person, right? What do we mean by the interest of business person? Business person को किस में interest होगा? मुनाफे में, right? So that we should provide. We should provide more munafa to business, right? This is what is interestingness. So do not consider your own interest in that. Okay. One thing is always the case for computer engineers or people used to say software engineers that they are very good people in the way that they always consider others. They always make something for others, right? वैसे तो इंजीनियर ही दूसरों के लिए ही काम करता है, पर सैलरी तो खुद ही पाएगा ना, है ना? तो अपने लिए भी करता है, बट वी ऑलवेज हैव टू थिंक ऑफ अदर्स. मेरी मर्जी नहीं चलती, राइट? मेरी मर्जी विल नॉट वर्क. वी हैव टू थिंक ऑफ अदर्स, राइट? लेट मी गिव यू द एग्जांपल, दो इट इज रिकॉर्डिंग फाइन. एक चीज बताता है, आपको अपनी मम्मी के लिए एक गिफ्ट लेना है, राइट? तो आपके पास दो चॉइस है। एक चॉइस है जो आपको कलर अच्छा लगता है, जो डिजाइन आपको अच्छी लगती है, वैसा वाला ड्रेस आप लेंगे अपनी मम्मी के लिए। दूसरा चॉइस है, अपनी मम्मी के लिए ही ले रहे हैं, हाँ, उनकी चॉइस, मतलब उनका जैसा ड्रेस अच्छा लगता है, डिजाइन वगैरह, जो कलर उनको अच्छा लगता है वैसा वाला कलर चूज करें। अब ये दो चॉइस है आपके पास, आपकी मर्जी है, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू पे फॉर यू, राइट? यू आर परचेजिंग समथिंग फॉर योर मम। तब कौन से वाले चॉइस में आपकी मम्मी ज्यादा खुश होगी? सेकेंड चॉइस, राइट? दिस इज व्हाट इज आवर एम, दैट इज कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर्स, राइट? आपको खुश करना है, आप अपने मम्मी के बच्चे हो, बहुत लाडले हो, सो आप कुछ भी दोगे, मम्मी खुश ही होने, राइट? अपनी चॉइस का, अपनी चॉइस के कलर का गिफ्ट दोगे तो भी मम्मी खुश ही होगी, पर ज्यादा खुश किस में होगी? दूसरी चॉइस में, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट वी वांट टू लर्न। हम अपने मम्मी की बात करते हैं, तब भी हम ये सोचे अगर कि उनको क्या अच्छा लगेगा तो वो ज्यादा खुश हो, राइट? तो जब हम अपने कस्टमर के लिए कोई सॉफ्टवेयर बनाते हैं, तो इट इज बट ऑब्वियस, इफ यू आर मेकिंग फॉर their choice, their requirement, then it will be better for them, right? And that is why I used to say computer engineers always works for others. Engineers in short work for others only. They consider choice of others only. But we computer engineers deal with all types of business. मैकेनिकल वालों के लिए भी सॉफ्टवेयर बनाना है तो हम बना सकते हैं। आप बोलोगे हमारे पास कहाँ मैकेनिकल का नॉलेज है? नो इश्यू, we can learn that. We have to always be ready to learn the real things for which we have to make the software, right? Others may not do, but we have to do. So we are always soft and always ready to learn the new things, जिसके लिए हमें सॉफ्टवेयर बनाना, ठीक है? So I used to give this example so people can understand what we have to work for in future as well as now, ठीक है? Okay. So very interesting definition of data mining. It says that what we want to find interesting pattern, right? Non-trivial, important होना चाहिए, फालतू नहीं, okay? Then what we are saying is implicit. It is already available in the data, which was not known to us, right? So बाहर से लेके नहीं आ रहे, बाहर से लेके नहीं आ रहे, it is already available in it. Previously unknown, कुछ नया लेके आ रहे हैं, right? Something new which was not already known to us. Then we can say potentially useful. अब कुछ कर रहे हैं तो कुछ काम का तो होना चाहिए ना, फालतू थोड़ी ना है कि नहीं, right? So very simple and very beautiful definition of data mining. It says that extraction of interesting, non-trivial, implicit, previously unknown, and potentially useful patterns or knowledge from huge amount of data. Right? Very nice definition, isn't it? Data mining, is it misnomer? Why misnomer? Typically, we used to say mining gold from rocks. वो सोना निकलते हैं ना खड़क से, है ना? तो वहां पे हम क्या बोलते हैं? गोल्ड माइनिंग बोलते हैं क्या? क्या बोलते हैं? नॉट रॉन्ग फॉर रॉक और सैंड माइनिंग। वो खोद के, वो खड़क वगैरह खोद के उसमें से सोना निकलता है ना, हाँ, तो उसमें उसको गोल्ड माइनिंग बोलते हैं क्या? क्या बोलते हैं उसको? गोल्ड माइनिंग बोलते हैं ना, तो रॉक माइनिंग नहीं बोलते, सैंड माइनिंग नहीं बोलते उसको। तो यहाँ पे डेटा माइनिंग बोल रहे, कुछ और नहीं होना चाहिए, नॉलेज माइनिंग या ऐसा कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए। लोगों को ऐसा लगता है ना? इट इज नॉट मिसनोमर, इट इज नॉट रॉन्ग नेम, राइट? बट पीपल थिंक इट दैट वे, यहाँ पे फोटो भी ऐसे ही लगा है, राइट? यू कैन सी द फोटो ऑफ अ पर्सन who digs the what you can say gold, right? खड़क को खोद के बनाते हैं सोना, राइट? एंड नीचे देखिए वी कैन सी द डायमंड, राइट? ओके, सो वी कैन हैव द आइडिया सोना भी है और हम बोलते हैं वो कोलसे की खान से हम क्या निकालते हैं? डायमंड्स, राइट? सो बोथ द वे वी हैव पुट द थिंग्स। तो हम उसको ऐसा नहीं बोलते हैं, तो क्या गलत नेम है क्या? इट इज नॉट गलत नेम, बट alternative names are there for data mining. Okay, so what we say for that? Knowledge discovery in databases, that is KDB, knowledge discovery in databases. So KDB, knowledge extraction, data or pattern analysis, data archaeology, data dredging, information harvesting, business intelligence, right? These are the names for data mining. Okay. What? Watch out. Is everything data mining? Simple search and query processing? Detective or expert systems? Data mining is only search and query processing? No, it is more than that, right? So what is more than that? That's what we want to study in this section, right? Data mining algorithms are characterized. कैसे characterize होते हैं? It is consisting of three parts. One is model. The purpose of the algorithm is to fit a model to the data. Preference. Some criteria must be used to fit one model over the other. And the third one is search. That is, all the algorithms require some techniques to search the data. मॉडल के बिना काम नहीं होता। कौन सा वाला मॉडल? वो फैशन शो वाला? No, not that, right? It is a particular model which is having few parameters, right? With that, we compare. If I say I want to compare these and these two persons, I will be having one model where I'll be having some parameters. With that, I'll compare the performance of two persons, right? So for algorithms, we are having the preferences, whatever parameters are there in that also. 100 parameters होते हैं पर मेरे preference ये 5 है, right? Something like that. Okay, so each business is also having this preferences. And the search, that is the search algorithms. Data mining functionalities. The said functionalities are measured to perceive the type of patches to be found in data mining tasks. The data mining task and models can be either predictive or descriptive. Predictive or descriptive? क्या है भाई? Something new, isn't it? Okay, let's see. So they can be categorized into two categories. They are descriptive task or model or predictive task or model. Let's see. Descriptive task. These tasks present the general properties of the data stored in database. Unlike predictive model, a descriptive model serves as a way to explore the properties of data examined, not to predict new properties. The name itself says predictive model and descriptive model, right? Descriptive model gives a description, or you can say it gives the properties, idea about those data. And predictive means some prediction is there, right? So the name itself suggests what should be the difference between descriptive task or model and predictive task and model, right? The descriptive tasks are used to find out patterns in data. That is clustering, summarization, association rules, correlation, trends and anomalies, sequence discovery, etc. You will say, ma'am, what is all these things? Isn't it? That will see. But at least we'll start listening to these terms, right? What we are going to study in this subject, right? Clustering, summarization, classification, right? Something which we want to learn in this particular subject, right? So this is about the descriptive task. Let us see about the predictive task, where we'll be predicting something. So it makes a prediction about values of data using known results found from different data. Known results found from the data. From that, क्या करेंगे? We'll make a prediction about unknown value. What I mean to say, I have studied you people. Okay, your marks, fine. Okay, this is the history. These people who are having say good marks in Python for data science, they'll be having the good marks in data mining also. This is what I have observed from the history. Okay, now I'll be predicting for the new students, not for the students, because for these students I have already seen that Python for data science, in that you got good marks, so you are having good marks in data mining. This is what I have studied from your history. So I'll be predicting for new students, right? For next batch, I can say. So I'll be predicting, okay, इसका Python for data science में इतना है, okay, तो data mining में इतना marks आए, right? So what we want to do is, from the history of this students, this data, I can predict for unknown data. It is not like a prediction of your Jyotish and all those things, right? It is nothing like that. What we are having is from the history, we study that history, we have the pattern in that. What pattern? That is what we have seen as data mining. Interesting pattern, non-trivial, previously unknown, right? That is important, we used to say, and potentially useful. That type of information we get from history of data, and we apply to unknown data to predict for the future, right? Future doesn't mean like your whether you will study this or not, whether you will go to Canada or not. We are not talking of that. Okay, Jyotish, Jyotish. Okay, it is not that. Astrology. No. It is predicting the rules, or you can say relationships. Let me give you very simple example. This example we'll see throughout the semester. Data mining पढ़ोगे तो bread butter example आएगा ही, right? Let me say you very simple example. Typically, we used to say that people who purchase bread will purchase butter. Typically ऐसा होता है. ऐसा कुछ जरूरी नहीं है कि ब्रेड बटर ही खाएगा. बंदा क्या कहते हैं, सैंडविच भी खा सकता है ना? तो ब्रेड बटर चीज भी खरीद सकता है, ब्रेड बटर चीज और उसके साथ कुछ और चीजें भी खरीद सकता है ना? पर भूख लगी गई मैंने खबर से. ओके, बट व्हाट वी टिपिकली यूज्ड टू से इज, कहाँ से देखते हैं भाई, कहाँ से देखते हैं आप ये सारी चीजें, कहाँ देखते हैं? मम्मी को देखा तो आपकी मम्मी करते वही सारे लोग करेंगे क्या? नो, इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. सो व्हाट वी स्टडी से फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जहां पे लोग जाते हैं ठेला लेके जाते हैं, राइट? सो ये इंग्लिश वाले लोग उसको बोलते हैं बास्केट, है ना? तो क्या करेंगे? मार्केट बास्केट एनालिसिस. जो लोग मार्केट जाते हैं बास्केट लेके, वो जो खरीद के जाते हैं, for that will analyze their baskets. So market basket analysis. With that, we'll try to study कौन बंदा क्या चीज खरीद रहा है और उसके साथ क्या चीजें ले रहा है. आप बोलोगे क्या मैम सबका थैला लेके दिखते रहेंगे क्या? See, we consider typical malls are there where the transactions what people are doing they are being stored in the database, right? या आप बोलोगे Amazon स्टोर है या कोई भी ऐसा बड़ा वाला स्टोर है जहां पे we are having the data, right? So we analyze, we oh 100 જણનો છે આજે purchase, I'll see that not as a person, a system, data mining system will check it out which item is available how many times. Suppose I have seen bread is available say 100 times in 100 transactions. So I'll count for other items. Butter is also found 100 times. Okay, so we can see bread is frequent item. Frequent मतलब बहुत ज्यादा यूज हो रहा है, बेचा जा रहा है, राइट? या फिर कह सकते हैं मेरा जो क्राइटेरिया है, अरे यार 75 से ज्यादा हो गया ना तो उसको फ्रीक्वेंट कंसीडर, ठीक है? सो आई एम गिविंग मिनिमम काउंट टू 75 से ज्यादा हुआ मतलब वो फ्रीक्वेंट हुआ. दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, right? As a business person, I am giving you this. So what you will do is automatically you will count the purchase count for that particular item. For that particular item means what? For each and every item, you will count that. How many times this item is being sold? This particular product is being sold. So you found that. Okay. In this, we can find bread also 100 times, butter also 100 times. Other items are having count less than that. Maybe say 99 or 98 or whatsoever, but bread and butter both are having 100 count, right? So what we will do is, we found that these two items are frequent. Now what we do is, we are trying to make the combination of it and check it out whether their combination also is frequent. That is, we'll try to find two items together in the transactions. लोगों ने जो परचेज किया है उसमें ये दोनों आइटम्स साथ साथ में अवेलेबल है. साथ साथ में मतलब ब्रेड के बाजू में ही बटर होना जरूरी नहीं. सीक्वेंस इज नॉट मैंडेटरी, राइट? बट आपने जो आइटम्स खरीदे हैं उसमें ब्रेड एंड बटर बोथ आर अवेलेबल. So we'll find those number of transactions. We'll have the count of this combo, right? We have seen that it is also greater than 75. Maybe not 100, but say 90. So it is also frequent for us, right? Now, what can be done? We have seen that this combo is also popular. People are purchasing this combo as frequent item. So what we can do is, if we make the scheme of it, that is, if you take bread and butter together, then you will be given, say, 5 rupees or 10 rupees Cadbury free. So, mommy, please purchase that now. I will be getting one Dairy Milk also, one Cadbury also. Isn't it? That you will think. Yes or no? You will be getting attracted towards that thing. Yes? तो क्या उस बंदे को उसमें लॉस होगा? लॉस वाला काम बिजनेस पर्सन कभी नहीं करता, right? They'll be having much more profit than what you have thought of. Okay, so this combo scheme will attract so many people to purchase this combo, right? अब वो combo useful है इसलिए खरीद रहे हैं, पर थोड़ा ज्यादा खरीद लेंगे, चलो ना थोड़ा बच्चे भी खुश हो जाएंगे, चलो ना चलता है ना? तो this is what we human think, right? And this is the way business people are making this case, right? So this is what we want to create through data mining. And that is why this subject is very interesting, right? So let me give you one example. जो business वाले लोग होते हैं ना, वो जैसे हम बोलते हैं क्या वो क्या बोलते हैं ये बड़े कंपनीज का क्या बोलते हैं उसको, ब्रांडेड फैक्ट्रीज, राइट, ब्रांडेड फैक्ट्रीज, वर्ड मुंह पे आ रही है, ब्रांडेड फैक्ट्रीज, राइट. सो व्हाट इज एक्चुअली द केस, जैसे मैंने पढ़ा है, देखा है, तो तो लोग क्या करते हैं, इंडस्ट्री वाले लोग पहले उसको बहुत ज्यादा, जो एक्चुअल प्राइस है ना उससे बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ा चढ़ा के बेचते हैं कि न्यू न्यू आइटम्स, न्यू ब्रांडेड आइटम्स कम टू द मार्केट. तो जो बहुत सारे रिच लोग होते हैं वो परचेस करने के लिए जाते हैं. तो अब थोड़े जो कम रीच है या एवरेज लोग हैं वो परचेज करने का सोचेंगे, है ना. तो क्या करते हैं फिर, branded factories sale on this, right. Now what they do is that also they are not selling on the price which with which they have created the product. Suppose एक 1000 में वो प्रोडक्ट क्रिएट हुआ था, 1000 में नहीं बेचेंगे, 1500 में भी नहीं बेचेंगे, राइट. जब पहले बेचा था, मतलब रिच लोगों ने जो खरीदा वो 1000 का प्राइस था, उसको 5000, 6000 या 10,000 में बेचा. अब सेल है, ठीक है, वो 2000 में भी नहीं बेचे, अभी वो 3000 में बेचे. हम क्या सोचेंगे, हाय 5000 का आइटम मुझे 3000 में मिल गया, वाह, सो वी आर वेरी हैप्पी. आर दे गोइंग टू हैव एनी लॉस? ऑब्वियसली नॉट. सेल है सेल है. वो आपको लग रहा है कि मुझे 5000 का आइटम 3000 में मिल रहा है, ऐसा नहीं होता है भाई. दे आर हैविंग देयर ओन मुनाफा, राइट. सो हम तो खुश हो गए, हाय भैया मेरे तो 2000 बच गए, है ना. पर उसमें भी उनका बहुत सारा मुनाफा हो, ठीक है. तो वैसी चीजें कहाँ से दिमाग में आती है, ये सारा डेटा माइनिंग करके ही समझ में आता है. तो वो क्या अच्छा लगता है वही ढूंढना है. वी आर हैविंग द रिकमेंडेड सिस्टम्स, राइट. You can say YouTube पे भी देखो तो, suppose I used to see the crime serials, suppose, so I'll be given the recommendations of crime serials. If you used to see say comedy movies, you will be given the recommendations of those type of movies, right. आप अगर Amazon या किसी और चीज से परचेज करते हैं तो वहां पे भी जो आपके चॉइसेस है उसके रिलेटेड चीजें आपको मिल जाए. फेसबुक में भी ऐसा होता है, जैसे कि मेरे जैसे लोग पेंटिंग वगैरह में इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं, तो मुझे ऐसी चीजें जहाँ पे कुछ पेंटिंग एग्जीबिशन है या पेंटिंग कंपटीशन है या ऐसे कुछ फेसबुक ग्रुप्स है जहाँ पे ऐसी चीजें होती है, तो वैसे ही सारे सजेशंस मुझे दिए जाएंगे. These are the recommended systems. कहाँ से आया एग्जिस्टेंस में, right. And that is the base of our subject, and that is really very interesting. I like this subject. Actually, I should not say I love this, right. And I believe you also will love this, right? मजा आएगा पढ़ने. क्लासिफिकेशन है, क्लस्टरिंग है, बट स्टिल वी विल एंजॉय दिस सब्जेक्ट. क्या एक्चुअल एप्लीकेशन होगा, वाह, मजा आ जाए, है ना. सो प्रेडिक्टिव टास्क, थोड़ा सा predictive task is where we'll predict something. So let us see the example. बिना एग्जाम्पल के कुछ मजा नहीं आता. Okay, so let's see. As for example, a credit card use might be refused because the user's own credit card history is matching with that of the stolen cards. Credit card. मेरे पास credit card है. Suppose I am purchasing branded clothes, jewelries, and many other things. Why? Because I am having marriage in my family. So I'll be purchasing these things, right? Now, this is matching with the stolen cards. जिन लोगों के कार्ड्स चोरी हो चुके हैं, अब चोर जनरली क्या करेगा, वो अकाउंट को खाली करेगा और क्या करेगा, है कि नहीं. वो क्या करेगा, ब्रांडेड क्लोथ्स लेगा, ज्वेलरी लेगा, और भी बहुत सारी क्या कहते हैं, एक्सपेंसिव चीजें खरीदेगा, कार खरीदेगा या कुछ भी ऐसी चीजें खरीदेगा. पर उसका जो ट्रांजैक्शन है मतलब कि कार खरीदा, ब्रांडेड क्लोथ्स खरीदा, गोल्ड एंड ज्वेलरीज खरीदा, राइट? सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स वर देयर इन दी स्टोलन कार्ड्स। अब जिसका कार्ड गया उसने कभी ना कभी तो बताया होगा, पहले नहीं पता चला, बाद में पता चला, पर बताया तो होगा भाई मेरा कार्ड चोरी हुआ है। तो ये जो हिस्ट्री है वो स्टोलन कार्ड्स की हिस्ट्री है, परचेज हिस्ट्री। अब अगर मैं अपना कार्ड यूज करके ये सारी चीजें खरीद रही हूँ, बट इट इज मैचिंग विद द परचेज हिस्ट्री ऑफ द स्टोलन कार्ड, तो क्या करेंगे? अरे मेरा कार्ड है, तुम्हारे बाप का क्या जाता है? दिस इज नॉट द वे टू, इजंट इट? तो बैंक क्या करेगा? एज योर परचेज हिस्ट्री और योर परचेज इज मैचिंग विद द स्टोलन कार्ड्स परचेज हिस्ट्री, दे विल अलर्ट यू। वो मैसेज भेजेगा या कॉल करेगा कि भाई आर यू द सेम पर्सन, गिव योर ऑथेंटिकेशन, चेक करेगा। अगर आप बोलते हो नहीं नहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मेरा ही है, मैं ही परचेज करी हूँ, तो नो इश्यू। आप बोलोगे क्या दिमाग खा रहा है भाई, मेरा खुद का कार्ड है, मैं परचेज कर रहा हूँ, तुम्हें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? तो यू विल बी हैविंग द रिस्क। It may happen that your own card is stolen and the thief is purchasing this, right? So history, it may seem as irritating for some time, but it is a security alert. वो आपको कॉल करेगा, सच में भाई तुम्हारा ही है, आप बोलोगे हाँ हाँ मेरा ही, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, ठीक है फिर करो, कोई बात नहीं। तो वो स्टॉप नहीं करेगा पेमेंट, पर एक प्लीज एक बार आपको अलर्ट करेगा, है ना? नहीं किया तो आपका पूरा अकाउंट बंद, है ना? तो ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए ना भाई, इतना मेहनत करके पैसा आता है, ऐसे थोड़ी आता है ना? ओके, सो that is what is the predictive task that's all for today.